10 years ago, they say this was a party for Diddy's son, King Combs. All the names involved here are...
Kelly's had an incredible career in music, first as a member of one of the biggest girl groups of all time.
Beyonce, Jay-Z, LeBron James. Now, and all of those people are just witnesses, according to this lawsuit.
What if we told you that the carefully built empire of Jay-Z and Beyonce is now hanging by a thread, not because of music rivalries or business disputes, but because of one woman's secret? Kelly Rowland has been a loyal friend, a sister in arms, and a silent observer for decades. But behind that iconic smile, there may be a truth so explosive it could bring down one of entertainment's most powerful families. The question is she finally ready to tell the world? Whispers turn into waves. In the world of fame and luxury, appearances are everything. But what happens when those polished images start to crack? Kelly Rowland, known for her elegance and tight bond with Beyonce, is now at the center of a swirling rumor that could shift the balance of power in entertainment. Behind closed doors, industry insiders have been whispering about a revelation so serious, it's hard to ignore. According to multiple sources, Kelly may be preparing to speak out about the true identity of her son's father, and all clues point in one shocking direction: Jay-Z. This isn't just a headline grabber. If the claims hold any truth, it threatens to reshape a narrative that's been carefully constructed over decades. A narrative built on friendship, loyalty, and an image of unity within one of music's most iconic families. Kelly has long been viewed as the steady, loyal sister figure, always supportive, always in harmony with the Carter circle. But behind the scenes, it seems there may have been emotional strain, silent sacrifices, and unspoken history. What's even more intriguing is that the timing of these whispers coincides with changes in Kelly's public tone. Her interviews, social media posts, and public statements have taken a subtly more reflective tone, almost like someone preparing the world for a major reveal. If what insiders are suggesting is true, then Kelly Rowland isn't just holding a secret. She's holding a story that could rewrite everything we thought we knew about the Carter legacy, the DNA mystery that won't go away.
The Beyonce thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly.
Rumors can fade, but evidence, real, undeniable evidence, has the power to ignite a firestorm. At the center of this storm is an alleged DNA test. Not speculation, not gossip, but a tangible report that may confirm Jay-Z as the biological father of Kelly Rowland's son. According to several unconfirmed sources, this isn't a recent development. The test results have reportedly existed for years, quietly kept under wraps, shielded from public view by a network of silence and legal boundaries. If these test results were to be made public, it wouldn't just be a personal revelation. It would be a cultural event. Jay-Z, widely regarded as a business genius and family man, could see his image take a serious hit. More importantly, this revelation would shake the very foundation of a brand that has become synonymous with perfection. Beyonce and Jay-Z have spent decades building not just careers, but a family brand that stands as a symbol of strength, success, and sophistication. But the presence of a DNA test raises critical questions. Why has it remained hidden? Who else knows about it? And what has Kelly endured emotionally, knowing she might be protecting someone else's narrative at the cost of her own truth? The burden of holding on to this information while continuing to function in the public eye must have been unimaginable. There's also the emotional weight that comes with knowing the truth about your child's identity and the implications of keeping that truth hidden. If Kelly really does have this proof, and if she's ready to speak up, then the entertainment world may soon witness one of the most shocking revelations in its history. This isn't just a potential scandal, it's the beginning of a story that could transform careers, relationships, and public perception in ways we've never seen before. Signs hidden in plain sight. Sometimes the truth doesn't hide in the shadows, it sits right in front of us.
And if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have the tools to move forward,
waiting for someone to connect the dots. Over the years, there have been moments, small, emotional, often dismissed, that now take on new meaning. One such moment was Kelly Rowland's tearful exit from a birthday dinner attended by Beyonce and Jay-Z. At the time, fans brushed it off as sentimentality, a sweet, emotional reunion. But what if it was something else entirely? Eyewitnesses described Kelly's demeanor that night as tense, distant, and emotionally charged. She smiled for photos, but those close by say her energy shifted quickly, almost as if she was trying to hold something back. Then came the quiet exit. No dramatic outburst, just a silent departure that raised eyebrows but never headlines. Looking back, that moment, so easily overlooked, could have been far more significant than anyone realized. Could it have been the weight of a secret finally reaching a boiling point? Was she sitting at a table surrounded by people who knew the truth but refused to acknowledge it? Or worse, did she feel like a guest at her own story, watching others control a narrative she couldn't correct? The beauty of hindsight is that it turns ordinary memories into potential clues. And this isn't the only time Kelly's behavior seemed off-script. Public interactions, eye contact, body language, all of it now being reanalyzed through a completely different lens. Praise or cover-up. In the world of high-stakes celebrity, words are rarely just words. Every sentence, every quote, every social media post is scrutinized for meaning. So when Kelly Rowland went on record praising Jay-Z as one of the greatest men she knows, it caught attention. It seemed sincere, warm, respectful, but given the rumors, many now believe it could have been something more calculated. Fans and critics alike are asking, was this heartfelt admiration? Or was it a strategic move to cushion the impact of what she might reveal later? When someone is about to drop a truth bomb that could cause ripples across multiple industries, it makes sense to preface it with grace, to paint the subject in a positive light before everything changes. This statement wasn't given in passing either. It was part of a longer conversation, one where Kelly seemed to speak with controlled precision, every word chosen carefully. Some believe it was her way of managing guilt. Others think it was a veiled apology for what was to come. What's undeniable is that the timing of her praise, combined with the emotional shifts seen in her public appearances, tell a different story when viewed together. In hindsight, it might not have been flattery. It might have been a warning shot dressed in kindness, a subtle way of saying, I respect you, but I'm done being silent. The picture-perfect family under threat. The Carter family brand is more than just a marriage. It's a global symbol, a partnership that has stood for power, elegance, and unity across music, fashion, business, and philanthropy. But even the most flawless facades are vulnerable when truth knocks on the door.
Lawsuit was withdrawn by the accuser's attorney Tony Buzbee on Friday with prejudice, meaning it cannot be refiled.
If Kelly Rowland's rumored story turns out to be true, it wouldn't just challenge personal relationships. It would unravel the branding masterpiece Beyonce and Jay-Z have worked years to construct. This family has become synonymous with perfection. Their joint appearances, their children's carefully protected public image, their meticulously crafted statements, all designed to present a narrative of strength. Beyonce, in particular, has been the embodiment of control. Her silence is strategic. Her every appearance intentional. But even the most polished kingdoms can crumble when the cracks become too wide to ignore. If it's revealed that Jay-Z fathered a child outside his marriage, especially with someone so close to the family, the consequences would be staggering. It would transform Beyonce's silence from a symbol of grace into a potential liability. Fans would begin to question not just her judgment, but her participation in protecting a story that may have buried another woman's truth for years. And then there are the children, Blue Ivy, Rumi, and Sir, raised under the glow of this empire. Their public presence has been part of the Carter image since day one. How does this story impact them? How do they process a legacy suddenly under revision? The stakes aren't just emotional, they're generational. This isn't a tabloid headline. It's a test of image versus integrity, a moment where years of perfection meet the raw, unpredictable power of reality. Kelly's fight for her own story. For years, Kelly Rowland has been known as the loyal sister figure in the Beyoncé circle, always supportive, always dignified. But that image may be changing. If the rumors are true, Kelly isn't stepping forward for attention. She's doing it to finally reclaim her story. She's reportedly carried this secret in silence, protecting a narrative that didn't include her truth. Many now believe she's had enough of being the background character in a story she helped build, enough of protecting others at the expense of her own voice. This isn't about revenge, it's about release. And if Kelly is ready to speak, the world may finally hear her side. A side we were never meant to know. The online detectives strike again. The internet has become its own investigation unit. Fans across platforms are now deep diving into photos, interviews, and timelines, pointing out similarities between Jay-Z and Kelly Rowland's son. Some say the facial features are too close to dismiss. Others have even used comparison tools to build digital side-by-sides. This amateur sleuthing isn't just about curiosity, it's become a movement, a group of fans determined to uncover what may have been hidden in plain sight. And with every new photo or throwback clip, the conversation only grows louder. Jay-Z's unraveling image. Jay-Z has built a legacy on power, control, and reinvention, but the story now unfolding threatens to shake all of that. From past lyrics admitting personal mistakes to his name appearing in multiple legal stories, the cracks in his image are becoming harder to ignore. If Kelly's rumored revelation is true, this goes beyond music or brand management. It puts Jay-Z in the center of a story that no press conference or album can clean up. His decades-long reputation may be facing its biggest challenge yet, not from critics, but from someone who's been beside him all along. The Beyoncé dilemma. Beyoncé has built her entire brand on control of her music, her image, her story. But if Kelly's secret is real, even Queen Bey may not be able to manage the fallout. This wouldn't just be a betrayal, it would be personal on every level. If she knew the truth and stayed silent, some might question whether her silence was strength or strategy. Did she protect her husband to preserve their empire? Or did she help keep another woman's truth buried? The pressure isn't just on Jay-Z now, it's on Beyoncé to choose between preserving a public legacy or facing the emotional reality behind closed doors. A secret that changes everything.
Not remember any of it. That's something you would definitely remember. And she also said there were other celebrities she spoke to at the party.
If Kelly Rowland truly holds proof that connects Jay-Z to her son, this story doesn't just affect one family. It sends shockwaves through the entire entertainment world. The perfect image, the powerful couple, the flawless narrative, it all risks unraveling. This isn't just about a private matter. It's about the cost of protecting a version of reality that may not have been true. For years, the Carters have defined cultural power, but now that power is being tested like never before. Everything they built could be redefined by one decision, one truth, and one voice. The moment of reckoning. So here we are, standing at the edge of a story that could change everything. If Kelly steps forward, and if what she says is backed by evidence, the fallout will be historic. Not just for Jay-Z, not just for Beyoncé, but for how we understand power, fame, and silence. Do you think Kelly is really ready to speak up? Should Beyoncé have said something if she knew? And if this secret is real, what does that mean for the Carter legacy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and remember, no secret stays hidden forever.